A little story of how Marissa came to America.
It was just before Christmas.
We heard that there were Colombian children that wanted to be adopted, and I had a girlfriend who had two children, and she said she would help me with all the paperwork. And we went down to Colombia, and they had called us first and said there was a little girl available, and we said yes, that we wanted her. And we went down to Colombia, and we picked her up. She was 3.5 weeks old.
Went down on the airplane. It took 5 hours to get down. Then the soldiers, they weren't soldiers, they were cops, but they were looked like soldiers, and they all had machine guns.
When the sun is setting in the sky, everybody knows it's party time. And when the moon is rising high, I'll be yours, I know you will be mine.
When we got off the plane, we were very nervous, you know, but then we found out they're just cops, you know.
And they had guns on their hips. And we were really frightened when we saw that because we don't have that here in America, at least now. Then we did.
When the sun is setting in the sky.
And then we went to the agency and the convent, and we picked Marissa up.
Riley had it all set up for us. They meet us at the airport, and he stayed with us the whole 12 days. So he took us to the airport and the best hotel in Colombia. And the coffee was fabulous. We drank more coffee than we ever drank in our life. It was so delicious.
And then we had to go all over town and have all these things done for an adoption, have translations from Spanish to English. And we had to follow all types of rules because you're not finished until your papers go to Florida. And then when they reach Florida and they're okay, then they wire back to Colombia and say that it's all right and you can be released. And you have to satisfy all the needs of the Colombian government and the United States government.
The next day, we had to go to the orphanage, and they gave you the baby. We didn't know anything about babies, and they gave us a formula for the
Bottle.
yeah, for the bottle, but it has to be mixed, and it's all in Spanish. So when we got back to the hotel, we couldn't find anybody that can explain to us, because nobody spoke English there. So we weren't crazy trying to find out what it says, you know, how to mix the formula. So the first day you cried the whole night because the formula wasn't mixed right, you know.
You weren't really a crybaby baby. But
when the guy, Jose, came to get us, then he explained to us what the formula was, and then we were all right after that.
so he was very helpful.
We had to go to an American doctor and then a Colombian doctor, just make sure you were all right. And then we had to send to Florida after all the work is done to wait for your passport. Then we were okay to go home.
We visited this place called the Flume, a big mountain that you go in and it was all carved out. We left you outside with the driver. And you threw up on him. Got the plane for home. In the meantime, Your father had dysentery, and he was traveling back and forth from his seat to the bathroom almost all the way home. He had like labor pains. He was sick as a dog.
And I was a mess. I made it home, but it was tough.
We went through customs, and he was pale and white. And they looked at me with the baby and looked at him the way he looked, and they passed us right through customs. They didn't even go through our things. And that's unusual coming from Colombia, because a lot of drugs and emeralds are smuggled in. But they just looked at us, and we must have looked such a mess that they just passed us right through. We could have had anything. Well, that's about it.
I caught you.